I thought to myself was, do you mean they can even do that? I mean, is that even legal? But it turns out in Nova Scotia that in fact the laws of Nova Scotia do permit this. And so I want you to know that in this session of the legislature, which begins in just a few moments here this afternoon, the New Democratic Party is going to be introducing legislation which is going to take what the government is trying to do and has been doing with Owl's Head and make it illegal in the future in Nova Scotia. And we're going to call this legislation, as we propose it, the Owl's Head Act. And what the Owl's Head Act is going to say is that when any piece of land in our province is designated as a pending protected wilderness area, that pending protected status cannot be rescinded or revoked without public engagement, public consultation, and the sharing of public information. And the Owl's Head Act is going to say further, when we introduce it in this session of the House, that where there is a piece of land in Nova Scotia that is designated as a pending protected nature reserve, that pending protected nature reserve status cannot be henceforward rescinded or revoked in the absence of public engagement, public consultation, and the sharing of public information. And the Owl's Head Act is going to say that where a piece of land is designated in Nova Scotia as a pending protected park, that pending protected park status cannot be eliminated, rescinded, or revoked henceforward without public consultation, publicly shared information, and public engagement with the people of our province. Now, what do you suppose is the opposite of public consultation, engagement, and information? The opposite of public engagement, public consultation, and public information is this: a minute letter. Yes. A minute letter, the mechanism by which the Cabinet removed the pending protected status from Owl's Head last March in secret behind the curtain of the Cabinet in such a way that nobody learned about it until December. Until December, who had ever heard of a minute letter? Who here had ever heard of a minute letter? I've been working here 11 years. I never heard of a minute letter. I invite you to, when you get home, Google minute letter. I'm going to tell you what you're going to find when you Google it. You're going to find nothing. Because a minute letter is a secret thing. It's a hidden thing. It's a thing that you do when you want to get around behind the Cabinet curtain. And we know what the government is going to say when we bring forward the Owl's Head Act. They're going to talk about things to do with the economy. They're going to talk about splitting hairs about various things about the juridical official status or not of Owl's Head. But I want you to know that when the government makes those arguments against the Owl's Head Act, we in the NDP are going to say, look, if you're so all-fired proud of what you've been doing in Little Harbour and Owl's Head, how come you didn't do it in the first place in the light of day? So I can tell you with pretty near complete assurance, I can tell you that the Owl's Head Act, when we present it in this session of the House, it isn't going to pass. And the reason it isn't going to pass is that today in Nova Scotia we have a majority Liberal government which does not esteem, which does not value, which does not respect public consultation or public engagement or publicly shared information. But I want to say to you this, they are not going to be the government forever. And I give you my word. Now the NDP gets in a position to be able to do so. The Owl's Head Act, as we are shortly going to present it in this legislature, is going to become part of the body of the laws of Nova Scotia. Thank you. say a few remarks.
All right. What's that?
Oh, the mic.
Yeah, I will. I made a few notes because as a professor I will go on forever if you don't stop me. So my name is Thomas Strappenberg. I'm a professor at Dalhousie University and I'm the leader of the Green Party of Nova Scotia. Let me start by thanking the Mi'kmaq people that they allow my family and me to be guests here and to share in the resources we have. And thank you all for coming. This terrible new betrayal of Nova Scotians joins a long list of other secret business deals to sell out Nova Scotia, like open pan fish farms, which will be popping up all over our bays. Like a water polluting gold mine. Like setting up fracking infrastructure through Alton Gas. Yes, stop Alton Gas. Sometimes it seems never to end and it gets worse. You know, we finally forced the end to polluting Bolt Harbour. And what shocked me most that they weren't even prepared for a plan B for our forestry industry. You know, it is good, it is close, but we are all sad that we don't have the vision for a much greener Nova Scotia. Now, however, what gives me really hope is actually seeing this group. You have gathered over 3,000 people joining your Facebook group and also raised, I think, $15,000 for a legal fund, which is absolutely awesome. The activities of this group are really remarkable. So it shows that we care and that we can organize and we can turn this province around. Now, actions of activists such as you are currently our lifeline. But we must turn really this province around. And what I believe is that we have to get into the inside. It is not enough anymore, as you have seen, to lobby these politicians. We have to elect politicians which have the values we share. You know, I am not inspiring, really. This is not my dream job. My dream job, I have my dream job. So, but there's no other way. We have to go out, raise awareness. But now we have really not to make any more compromises, saying, oh, well, you know, some strategic votings, and maybe these words are good. They are not. Later this year, in the fall, there are municipal elections. And you are community leaders. Think about it. I know you never dreamed of this either, to be a councillor, but let's get elected. Then they have to listen to us. They have to answer to us. So please consider running for council. Of course, there will be also a provincial election coming soon. The Green Party, of course, is looking for candidates. We want to run a strong campaign, and I believe we share a lot of the values. Indeed, I struggled myself thinking an activist, and now, suddenly a politician. Well, I had to struggle with this, and because I thought people will think, well, I'm only here because I want to be elected. But for me, it's really clear. I just want to be elected because of these reasons. So we all have to work together, and this is one thing we have really to learn. I see so many wonderful groups popping up and saying this is enough with this province. We have to get, hopefully, a minority government. We have to show that we can work together. Gary, we will do this. This is what we need. A majority government does not work, as you can see. Finally, just one word that I ran for many years, but so I'm thinking a lot about what is wrong with politics. And for me, yes, that's right. For me, it boils down to this. If things are not transparent, then words don't mean anything, nothing. So it was so shocking to me that, how late we learned about this and that these backroom deals still go on.
Secrets and lies.
Secrets and lies.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
This is public service. Public service has to be in the open. Maybe we should tell this our premier.
In the open.
In the open. So thank you all for coming. This is absolutely awesome. We will get our head back. Thank you. Thank you.